are back. We're swapping over to the Maroon stream instead of Gold. So this is going to be Colorado Mesa Maroon or Stegos versus, I believe, Kansas University.
Yes, it is Kansas's JV squad.
Yeah. So we're going to start on Lijiang Tower. It was a coin flip pick. I don't know who won the coin flip, but Lijiang. NACE is the same as the other bracket. It is best of 5, first to 3.
The interesting thing here is both teams are undefeated. Colorado Mesa has played one more match at a 4-0 win streak versus Kansas's 3-0, but
Yeah.
for one team or the other, this will be a first loss.
First loss, yeah. And I know Maroon, there were some different players on Maroon last semester, but they did go undefeated for basically the entirety of their NACE bracket. So we'll see if they can keep that up this semester with some, even though with a slightly different roster, or if Kansas will manage to defeat them here. I think we're still waiting for some players to join the lobby if we're looking at this, right? The game was meant to start, but
The game will start shortly.
it'll start eventually.
I think we're having a slight tech issue with one of the players.
Probably. We're still waiting for Prune. So that's the support on CMU side. Oh, there he is.
There we go.
There we go.
That
Endorsement
should
5.
be everybody.
How the hell did you hit endorsement 5?
Plays the game a lot.
Apparently. Damn. So yeah, we'll see. We're starting the game now.
As we load into Lijiang Tower here.
Lijiang. I have no clue what this first one is. First point. Oh. I'm
We're
hovering
starting
mercy.
indoors for the first point.
I will say we have one goal for at least Lijiang as a map, and that is Prune Lucio gameplay. So we'll see if we get it. He told me beforehand he would try, but he doesn't play Lucio often, so we'll see how that goes.
Could be interesting.
Yeah. So on the side of Colorado Mesa Maroon, we have Absent, Crane, Badger, Winter Storm, and Brown. For Kansas, we have Hey Polly, Fake Alfie, Swanson, Lucky Kevin, and VYP.
We've got two Muramatras, one on each side to start us off, as well as a Sojourn on each side.
Yeah, and we do see the Lucio.
Lucio. Winter on the Reaper. We've seen Winter get in the back line, do some serious damage.
Yeah, and this will be the first week we play using perks. So we'll see how that ends up playing off in the situation. Well, we do see a Lucio swap matching Kansas. So we'll see how perks end up playing out in the situation. I know Ramatra has a few very fun ones. I think Sojourn has a couple pretty good ones as well. So we'll see how that ends up playing out here. We do see CMU gets to point a little bit earlier than Kansas, leading to a first fight. Ramatra did get walled there.
Yeah, we're all fighting for this high ground here.
We see pummel from both sides going out. Winter does get very low here.
Still able
Still
to
manages
stay up
to
front.
live. Yep, the support's doing a great job on sustaining him. And Absent also very low. Unfortunately gets caught out. Absent and Winter both dying very early in this fight here. And I think CMU will have to back out and let... Yeah, Kansas is going to have control at the point, at least for now. Losing a tank that early is just hard to come back
tank's
from.
the one player that as soon as it dies, you kind of got to
Yeah.
weigh your options. I think the only way you really push in after that is if the other team lost both their supports.
Yeah, there is still ways you can win that fight, but it's much, much harder compared to having a tank. It looks like the next fight is going to come back. May is very low. We'll see if that gets called. We also see a very nice nade from the Ana, healing basically the entirety of Kansas. CMU does get walled off here.
That high ground.
Yeah, that's going to be a really
Sojourn has gotten a lot of value.
We see Lucio,
Kirko up there
nearly
too.
getting that boot, but unfortunately doesn't land.
Prune isolated, unfortunately.
Fortunately goes down to that
This
Kirko. We do see the Ram get very low here.
Yeah.
We'll see if Badger can manage to kill him. I don't
The
think so.
supports are getting up close.
Yeah, Badger does go down in that
So
fight.
far, this has been a dominant showing from Kansas.
Yeah. We will see probably a big ult fight coming up. Both teams have about 3 ults up right now.
Yep, both teams are quickly developing ults.
Yeah.
Colorado Mesa a little bit behind in the ult economy, which makes sense. They've lost 2 of the team fights.
Yeah, we do see May going down very early here, dying to Prune. A very nice pick. There is a very...
Absent
oh my
doing
god.
a good job just ignoring the Ramatra, letting her team deal with it while she pushes into the back line.
Kirko also goes down there. That will be 3 people from Kansas going down. CMU managing to get touch and get point
a
as they
point swap, and the only ult burned was Badger and Kansas's Ramatra ult.
Ramatra, yeah. And Oh, the Kiriko's a recent swap, actually. I was gonna say the Kiriko, but we might see an ult from Absent here. Yep, there we go. It's a very nice spot for
Yep.
an ult, being able to do a lot of that damage.
A
We
lot
see
of that
Prune in the
damage,
background.
containment. With all the
Possibly getting a
teammates
boop.
here,
Does
the boop
the boop does
not quite
off the
get on
map.
off the map.
Unfortunate.
Absent looking like maybe this May
yeah.
wall might isolate her. She's
I
got
think
to
the team
bury
broke
up
it
plus the
very early.
invincibility.
Yeah,
Yep.
the lamp did a lot to help her there, going down to 100 HP, but still managing to hold. Absent basically just ignoring that Ramattra right now, trying to do damage on the rest of the team. We do see the Death Blossom from Winter,
Unfortunately, a Sojourn ult to cancel it. We now have a May ult coming out.
But we
as
also saw
Prune
Lucio
trying to
beat.
get in there.
I think Prune accidentally got walled off is the issue there. We did see Beat go out,
Lots
as well
of
as both
trades.
DPSs
It's still a
ult.
pretty even fight.
Yeah.
I think there's technically a bit more advantage on Kansas' side here, having about, I believe, one of each character currently
We do
up.
see the
Kiriko
Kiriko ult
ult
go down.
coming
Winter
out.
getting very low here. If he dies now, it will be a very unfortunate time for him.
Can they contest? No.
They do get point. We do see the ult come up for Badger. It's the only ult from side of CMU, but it can be very strong. There we go.
Popped. See what value it can get.
Prune does get the boop on the Sojourn off the map, and Badger getting a kill on
sleep
Kiriko.
from that Ana, though.
A very nice sleep, yes.
Nano used on Ramatra and a Ramatra ult to follow up. That's a lot of value.
That's going to be really hard to deal with. That's just a lot of, yeah, that's unfortunately just a lot of damage out of
Badger doing lots of damage from this high ground, but nothing's going to stop this overtime.
Badger can try to come touch here. He is going to last.
A little too late on the slide in.
Unfortunately, does not manage to touch. I don't even think he would have been if he did hit that slide in time. I think he would have died either way.
I think it would have been very close.
Yeah.
If he got the tap, Prune was able to get the next tap, but then you're still just filtering in.
Stagger fights, yeah.
It would be very unlikely that they'd really get the win there.
That will be the first point of Li Zhang, at least, going to Kansas. We'll see if Colorado Mesa can bring it back.
As said before, both these teams are undefeated. We expect a tough matchup, a close game between both of them.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We don't see basically any swaps from Colorado Mesa yet.
No, it seems they're pretty comfortable with their team.
Yeah, we do see a swap back
to Lucio, at least to get that early touch. It seems like
we do have a Kiriko Ana.
Oh, to the Kiriko?
Yeah, we see the swap.
The Lucio lets Colorado Mesa get in there early.
And May does go down very low here. May does die to Badger very early on in this fight here. Unfortunately, Prune goes down.
Picks. These Sojourns are getting good picks on both sides.
Winter getting very low. They're having to wait to get healed. It is right now just Crane up to healing, which, I mean, obviously Lucio doesn't do the most in terms of healing, but it's still, that Ana and her antis are
brutal.
So much.
It's getting so much value.
We see
it looks like Absent has the heal
there.
inside of her own little void field perk up.
Yeah.
I think that was what she was trying to use it to keep herself alive.
It's a very
Both teams
nice
are playing this very well, very close. A beautiful sleep. Winter almost getting that strong pick onto.
We do see some trades off right now. Both supports go down.
Both supports down.
Both supports...
Winter doing a good job getting both of them. If we can get
Colorado
Mesa on the site.
I don't know. I don't think.
No, they're not.
Just too far back.
Yeah, the regroup isn't there. Prune has switched over to the Juno. Probably more of the comfort character. The speed ring still allowing some good mobility.
We do see a very nice early pick on the May. Great job from Absent getting that down. They're turning around. Ram is very isolated right now. We do see the ult from him come out.
Sustain.
Ooh, we see
Winter also having their ult, trying to find a way in.
Winter's in a very harsh position right now, stuck between that ulted tank and both of the DPSs.
Able to get some heals from Baptiste here. Ult for ult, unfortunately, it goes the way of
We do see the Nano Sojourn, and that's going to be really hard for CMU to deal with. And as we see, it's just...
so much damage. There's nothing to live through. I think the biggest tragedy there is the ults lost.
Yeah.
I think we lost both Crane and Winter's ults without much value from either of them.
That wasn't the best Death Blossom,
However,
for sure.
in this next fight, we will have both Ramatra and Sojourn ult, which could get some serious value, especially since there are no counter ults on Kansas' side.
At most, you would have maybe Sleep from Ana being able to deal with one of them, but we do see the
Ramatra getting isolated, Absence, health going down, an immortality field to keep her alive, and Badger
Sojourn ult here. We do see Rail going out, getting a very nice 2K, possibly 3 on this. Yeah,
that should be the point.
That will also absence ult. We used both of the ults on CMU side, but that will be point for them getting a very nice team kill, bringing it to currently about 30% to 70.
I wonder if that Ramatra ult is a little bit overkill. Just holding on to that for
Mildly.
one more second. It's interesting because I'm very much an advocate for use your ults when you have them.
Right.
Use your ults as much as possible. But Badger had already gotten so much value out of the Sojourn ult. I wonder if the Ramatra ult could have been held on to for this fight right
yeah,
here.
it would have been very useful in this
Right
fight.
here, just to
hold
keep
off.
him on the bridge.
We do see Ram going
They're
very
hard
low
targeting
here,
Ram,
unfortunately.
but that Ana heal is doing so good. And she's the Nana to Farah as well. It's
Yeah,
fine.
that's true. That's true. But they do a really great job at pushing
Forcing
Kansas
them back.
out. They are going to rotate over through
They're
White
gonna
Room.
try. Yeah, they're gonna try and
But
go through
CMU
room.
responds
CMU
very
sees
well.
it.
Yeah.
This is another tough choke to get through. This isn't any easier than that bridge.
We do see the Juno ult from Prune going out here. The May ult does
Unfortunately, the
counter.
May ult, yeah, has to forces CMU to back away, keeping
Yeah.
them away. This has been a good ult trade. Unfortunately, there's Kiriko ult and
Badger does go down very early here. We also see
Kiriko ult for Baptiste ult.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, Kiriko ult just able to get that little bit more value. I think that window wasn't placed exactly where they wanted it to be.
Yeah.
The point switches back to Kansas.
There's basically just one more team fight for CMU here. They need. They have
Unfortunately, CMU does not have the ults that Kansas has. This will be a tough fight.
They have one more team fight to maybe try to get contest a point.
I think it's on Winter. I think Winter needs to get a Death Blossom and needs to get some serious value.
We see Absent going out here very early, focusing the DPSs, trying to get that May. May is very low, does use Ice Block.
The Ice Block, always a free escape for the Maze.
Yeah, we do see Sojourn use Railgun getting Winter out there.
Point.
Absent does manage to touch.
We have the
Badger
tank
does
on
get the
point.
trade on
That is
Sojourn.
good.
We also get the Ramatra ult.
Just to sustain, but not enough.
Unfortunately, doesn't manage.
The anti Badger gonna jump around
Badger
site
does
here.
get a nice pick. Uses ult, unfortunately does not manage. We do see the touch from Crane.
We're getting these touches and we're still getting kills. We have some value here, but it's just not enough.
Unfortunately, yeah.
That ice perk with the May shield is getting a lot of value there.
It was an unfortunate first fight. A lot of ults, I think, either weren't played right or just didn't get a lot of value that CMU needed.
I think it wasn't even a played right thing. Kansas was doing a great job
we
of
just see
shutting
a Badger
down this
player
ult.
of the game. Very nice.
This is probably that team fight where Badger popped ult, getting some great value, diving the back line. Three quick picks, good damage onto Ramatra.
That will give Kansas the first point of the game. CMU will get to pick next map. It will be a hybrid map, so a controlled and payload. I believe there's an error on stream. It is Kansas's win, not CMU's. It shall be fixed in a moment.
Wait.
The logo. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Explanation on perks.
Perks? Yeah.
Yeah, we can run through a quick explanation on perks.
So perks, essentially, there's a certain level each character has. You can see the level on the bottom left. It'll be next to the player's username, next to the little character portrait. It starts on level 1, and you essentially just get perks as you play and as you do things. Level 2 is when you get a minor perk, and you choose between 2 options. And then level 3 is when you get a major perk, as it's called, which again is just 2 options.
So, for example of a major perk, I was talking about Absent getting into the Ramatra Ravenous Vortex. And a major perk allows that if Ramatra sits in their own Ravenous Vortex, it's already an area denial, but if Ramatra actually sits in it, they heal 50 health per second, which allows them just even more sustain.
So each character has 4 unique perks that can be taken. You do lose all your perk progress when you swap characters. That is something to note, which is why a lot of
yes, I think it gets a little bit more punishing. You can make the early decision, especially after a first team fight, to swap characters, but it does get a little bit more punishing to make late game swaps, those sorts of desperate swaps that can happen late game, or try to counter pick for counter picks.
It looks
leave
like
one team weaker.
The next map is going to be King's Row. We are going to start with, I believe, Kansas on offense. If I'm looking at the, no, maybe not.
No, I believe we've
It's
had a
CMU on
side
defense. Yep. Nope.
Yeah, we've got Colorado Mesa on offense.
Yes, there we go.
And
CMU
Kansas on
defense.
defense.
Sorry, I got a little mixed up there.
I almost expect to see the Ramachas again.
Yeah.
That kind of Ramatra brawl was really good for the points.
It was.
Things might switch up when we go to payloads.
We do see a Widowmaker, which is a very dominant pick on King's Row in general.
Mhm.
We'll see if that gets a lot of value or not. I'm curious by a
Really a
Reinhardt
maker
pick.
Yeah. Reinhardt's a interesting one. You really have to get close and fight, but on this first point, at least, that sort of close-up and fight style can really work, especially if they try to take room right next to the point, or if they are just getting caught up on the choker on the point, you can kind of force them closer and get some serious damage with it.
We still yet to see what... Oh, Winter. Okay, there we go. So it looks like Winter and Badger are going to be swapping what characters they're playing. Badger on Reaper, while Sojourn is Winter on Sojourn. We'll see if that works out. I do like the Kiriko here. I'm surprised they did. I'm surprised they didn't play it last game with how oppressive that Ana's antis were.
Yes, they were real strong. We have both Kiriko and Ana on both sides.
Yeah. And we see a very early pick from the Ana on Peru, and that's an unfortunate death there. Losing a support is never going to be easy. We do see CMU backing out a little bit.
Unfortunately, they can't back fully out due to that Maywall.
Yeah, we see the Ryan.
Ramatra fight.
Ryan is very
such a
low
good
here.
Counter to Ryan, though, is the biggest problem. Just because Ramatra can has that shield pierce.
And we do see Winter getting a pick on that Reinhardt, letting CMU push in. We see Badger getting the kill on the Widowmaker. Very nice picks overall.
Up and behind them.
Kiriko goes down. It looks like Mei might go down here as well. Mei does. Ana will also.
Isolated.
Yep. And that
difficult to get anything. Reinhardt able to make it back here for a little bit of a fight, but he will be forced back.
That's a very nice stagger from CMU, managing to get that. Basically, I don't think any of Kansas caught the same wave.
I think it was just the really nice early pick on the tank and then the delayed pick on the Widow that just forced it kind of off. We've already seen a switch off the Widow to an Ashe.
I think that'd work better. I think Ashe could work better.
I think if you can still get the long range value that they're looking for, while also having some extra utility, the ability to boost oneself around a bit more, and
obviously Bob is a much better ult compared to Widow.
So strong.
Yeah.
Especially,
we do see an early pick on Winter here. Mei getting a headshot on that Winter. However, Absent getting a very nice 2K on the Reinhardt, and the Mei popping Ramatra ult in the process.
Ramatra ult getting some good value there. It's interesting to see Badger and Winter have switched.
Yeah.
Winter's usually the Reaper, and Badger is usually the Sojourn. But something has caused them to make the call for a switch here. Something about the playstyle.
I was gonna say, maybe they just weren't feeling like they got value a lot. I know Winter didn't have a great game last round.
Yeah, I think the Death Blossom getting shut down twice in a row is really brutal.
Really hard, yeah. We do see the Kitsune come out.
Yeah.
We see the Death Blossom as well.
Trying to go in. The anti.
Unfortunately, gets anti mid. Death Blossom does die here.
Counter Kiriko ult.
Absent goes very low here. Does get Nano to try to stay up.
Able to stay alive.
Winter getting very nice kills in the backline with that Sojourn rail.
Yeah, and Colorado Mesa has pushed this early. This is a very early second checkpoint for Colorado Mesa if they can get it.
Yeah, I think they will. Honestly, it's just
they're getting close.
Oh, Absent does going down to Bob. That's quite an unfortunate pick, but it's okay.
Bob is able to delay the point. It looks like Bob was able to delay it enough that they've got some regroup. Ramatra ult is going to allow even more delay. This is going to be a lot of delay.
Yeah, Ramatra is very low here. CMU just needs to look at them, get a lot of that damage off. He will get healed up.
That heals and the Ramatra block just lasting for so long.
Yeah.
Still, we have a good contest here.
Badger is very low. We do see the Crane ult again, another Kitsune, basically in the same fight.
Down.
We do see Freeze go out, making CMU have to back up. We do get two very nice picks. Yeah.
There's a lot of trades going on here. Unfortunately, both spawns are so far away that neither team can really get a full team fight going.
Yeah.
It's CMU who will make the call to back up and wait for the full team. Kansas will get a chance to group up and finally get a full team as well.
It's really unfortunate that CMU didn't manage to cap there, but we
have another Kitsune ult online for Kansas. We'll have a Ramatra ult up and ready for Colorado Mesa. See what value. We've also going to have Nano for Colorado Mesa. Ult economy wise, this should be Colorado's Mesa's point to win.
We do see Kitsune go out from Kansas. However, Absent does use Ramatra ult. Ram is very low here.
We've also got Nano in play already.
The sleep does go
There
off,
we
getting
go.
a sleep on that Ramacha, taking him down.
And forced back.
Ooh,
Absint's
very
going to
nice
force him all
cleanup.
the way back.
Between,
That will be the checkpoint for Colorado Mesa.
it's a very nice cleanup between Winter and Badger. Absent pushing all the way up, managing to catch I don't know, managed to catch Anna off, not allowing her to catch Wave either.
This'll delay Anna, but the other good thing is it gets Colorado Mesa past this kind of high ground fight, past this Halls fight area.
Yeah.
Just by getting such an early win on the team fight there. Colorado should be able to get around this corner, and once they get around this corner, it's just whoever wins the next team fight.
We do see Winter going down very early here, dying to the May. Prune also following soon after, also dying to that May.
Badger going to have to back
Yeah,
up, try to get out.
Ooh. Does
Some
manage
good
to get
hits
out.
last
Yeah.
second, but Badger will get out safely.
Absent will go off the map, hoping to probably just
Winter.
reset.
Yeah.
Winter also very low, but manages to get out. Well, CMU did get about halfway progress, has 2.5 minutes left. Well,
Plenty of
not
time.
more than
plenty of
2.5,
time.
but about that.
By the time they get to point, it'll be about 2.5.
Yeah.
That's probably about 2 to 3 more team fights.
And they are about even in ults. Kansas, in theory, has one more with Bob. We'll see if that ends up being a big factor here. Absent does get walled off, but they break that wall very quickly.
I think Colorado Mesa would be really interested in
we
getting
do
an
see the
early pick,
Kitsune ult go
preventing
here.
that
The
ball.
Ash does go out. We see another Death Blossom coming out from
Death
Badger.
Blossom
We see the Ramatra ult get popped from the side of Kansas. VIP.
forcing. It's a push and pull, and
Ooh.
both Kansas and Colorado Mesa are doing a good job at pushing and pulling.
We do
giving
see a
space when they
male
need
go
to.
out. The anti-male is very rough for
Very
them to deal
strong.
with. Unfortunately, unfortunately,
Both
Suzu was
team-
on cooldown.
Yeah, both teams popping a lot of ults there, but Kansas comes out on top, and Kansas will have 2 ults for the next
Yeah.
fight.
This is
It'll
going to
be-
be
Jericho and Bob versus Ramatra and
Nano.
Nano.
In theory.
it's a very even
Ooh.
thing. The question is a good placement. I feel like a good placement on Bob will get a lot more value.
Yeah, we do see Winter or Batcher going down very early here, dying to the May. Again, this May has just been tearing them up. We see Absent does get ult, but it's just not a great time for her to pop it. We see
No,
Badger swapping
Badger.
to Cassidy.
A late swap to Cassidy. Not feeling the Reaper either. This ult seems Kansas's comp does seem to be very good at handling this Reaper. The Reaper's not been able to get a lot of value no matter
Yeah.
who's been playing him.
May, Ash maybe, but May in general is just that's not gonna be a fun matchup. We do see the Nano
Kitsune. Nano
Ramatra. Sorry, I
ult,
completely
but
forgot.
Kitsune comes out.
And
Some
so does
early
Bob.
value.
But it looks like CMU is still on the up here. Bob does
Bob
manage to
getting a
get a
pick.
kill, but
However,
ooh,
Absent just pushing the back line, getting a lot of value.
lovely
That's a
team
full
kill.
team wipe.
Lovely team kill from Colorado Mesa. That
Colorado Mesa's goal here is now just contest. Try to keep them
Absent is
away
holding
from
them
the
up on
payload.
right side. It looks like CMU is making the call that they are rotating over to left.
Able to force off
Cart
high
is
ground.
very close. Someone will manage to touch the Ramatra and May on point before they manage to full cap. Badger is very low, but Prune getting a very nice pick on that May with the anti-nade.
Tracer trying to get some value here.
Oh, we do see the Ramatra ult go out.
That could
Ooh,
make or
Badger
break
very
it.
low here. We do see a Kitsune
Ramatra
coming up from
pushing the
Colorado
back
Mesa.
line.
Unfortunately, Crane
Getting lots
does
of
go
value.
down. That is basically
However,
everyone except on.
Absent, the
Oh,
last one left, but nothing to do for it.
and that will be, I believe, round. Yeah.
No chance for overtime. So all Kansas has to do is essentially make the payload to the end.
Yeah. So they need to match what Colorado Mesa did. If they do not manage that, then Colorado Mesa will get this round and will bring us to a tiebreaker. I can't speak. So we'll see what CMU does on defense. I don't know. So it's been a really rough fight.
Yeah, I think Ramatra is clearly a favorite tank for both teams, so I still expect to see the Ramatra.
Yeah.
Ramatra is getting lots of value. The ult is getting lots of value to push that back line.
Yeah. Right.
On the other hand, it seems like that Ana is kind of the counter. If you can get the Ramatra to overextend and anti them, that seems very, very strong. Kansas hovering the Widowmaker again, maybe hoping for some early picks again. That did help them in their very initial team fight before
Yeah.
they switched off to Ash.
Getting that pick on Prune was very beneficial to them.
A Mercy? That Anna's been getting so much value of
Possibly.
Anna. I feel like it would be a mistake to swap over to Mercy. But if
Mercy
they've got to play,
Lifeweaver.
is that
I don't.
really what's happening here?
It could work.
It could.
I've played it before. It could work, but I feel like
the Ana and Kiriko were both getting so much value that it feels so
Yeah.
strange.
I don't know.
Okay, we've lost the Mercy. We've lost the
Okay,
Lifeweaver.
there we go.
They were
Okay.
just messing with us.
I wasn't so sure about that one. It was
But yes, we have the Ramachas from both teams. We have the Ana Kirikos from both teams. We've got Badger back on the Sojourn and Winter back on the Reaper.
Come here. It looks like gold. What's the final score for your guys' game? What was the final score for your guys' game? Good job.
3-1.
Congrats.
Gold has won 3-1.
It looks like they did lose. I believe it was Flashpoint, which is a very hard map for most teams.
Yes.
And then one on push. So we're bringing back to this game. We see some early picks, a lot of early just poke damage on that Ramatra. VYP is very low. There does get the pick. Badger getting a pick on the
And
May with. Oh, unfortunately,
it's
Widow does
Ana
get the headshot on
isolated.
Winter.
However, that alone's not going to be enough to turn the tide as everybody else on Kansas dies.
Yeah, we'll see though, because Kansas obviously does spawn advantage. They are a lot closer to point than Winter is.
Mhm.
He's going to have to walk back while Kansas is all basically here again.
Winter's already back in that back line, I believe. So it will just be a full team fight, a full reset. Good
Yeah.
job on Colorado Mesa to hold it and force the reset.
We see Absent taking a lot of damage here, getting stuck between both
Shredded.
sides.
Oh.
Ooh, that's a very unfortunate sleep. What's the sleep? I don't know. Very unfortunate anti at least. Crane does get the pick on the enemy Kiriko. Very nice 1-over-1 trade. Widowmaker also
Badger
goes down
getting one.
here.
It's hard to contest without a tank, but it looks like Colorado Mesa is gonna.
They're gonna try at
Try.
least. May does get very low here. We do see both DPSs are still
Ramatra-
up.
The only one still around.
Ramatra May does go down here, dying to Crane. Which really only Ramatra still here, and they do manage to push him back. They get first tick. Oh, TP. They do get first tick on the point.
Badger's got the
But-
Sojourn ult.
Yeah, we do see Absent just hit level 2, equipping
Looking-
their perk. Don't know what one that is, honestly. I do not know what the symbols look like. But I think that's the one about the, like, when making the staff like a mini shotgun almost. I could be very wrong, though.
Releases a burst of 6 additional projectiles per continuous fire.
Probably.
Probably that one. Some extra
Um,
damage on the left click's always
Yeah,
good.
we do see the Kitsune go out here. Someone does the Ramatra ult.
Ramatra ult.
We see both
trying to
Ramatra
push
ults
into
go
the
out.
back
Badger
line.
also ults. Both DPS's ult go out.
And it's Colorado Mesa that's able to hold.
That's a very nice 4K from Badger on Sojourn. That ult was a great job from him. So that was both tanks' ults.
A minute. We've got 1.5 team fights left.
Yeah.
Kansas could just try to earn this one little checkpoint at a time, but it looks like they're not.
Yeah.
It'll be difficult if they lose this fight.
They do have one tick. So if they manage to at least clear wipe or team wipe a lot of Colorado Mesa, that could be a very good push for them.
I see
We
probably
do see Absence very low here. It does go down right at the start of this fight.
again Colorado Mesa down a tank. We'll see if they can get the same value they did last time.
May does go down here, dying to Badger. Very nice pick
That
from
is
Badger.
very important because May ult was really what could help them get this point.
Yeah, we do still have Nano
One
up.
tick.
We might see it go off.
I think Winter's trying to contest.
They do manage to contest here. Winter on point.
able to contest a little
Badger
bit.
getting the
There's
pick on the enemy Sojourn. Winter pushing the Ramatra off point. Very nice job.
barely anything left on that. 1/2 a second more of letting Kansas sit on point and Kansas get that checkpoint. Now it's fully reset. Kansas will need to fight the rest of this out, and we already have Absent back. Both
So
tanks here going for a brawl on point.
Absent is very low. We will need that Suzu to probably come help. But we do see the
Unfortunately,
May
the
freeze
May
go
ult,
out. Absent
once
goes
the
down
May
again.
returns, that ult was able to force
Crane
them
also
back and
goes
off
down.
point. Badger, last one standing, unable to contest,
Yeah, that's
fighting for his life.
That's
Down
very
he'll go eventually.
unfortunate. Yeah. So we'll be. Unfortunately, Kansas did manage to contest there. You might be able to hear Gold in the back, Maroon in the background.
They're
We'll
in
see
the
how-
other room yelling. Overwatch players are not known to be
Overwatch
quiet.
players. We have some of Gold watching. How did it feel getting spawn camped by a Sombra?
Dude, it was so much fun. Like,
Yeah?
great time.
I'm so proud of you. Sounds like it. We see the next fight breaking out here. Both Kitsunes going out early.
Colorado Mesa able to contest this payload at a pretty good choke here before the high ground really goes the way of the attack.
We do see Death Blossom. We might see it pop this next fight as he gets healed. Oh, that
Unfortunately, there's
anti.
a good amount of counter for it, especially with the
Do
Ramatra
see that
ult.
Ramatra ult go out? So does the Sojourn
Definitely
ult.
looking
Winter
for the Death
is in that
Blossom,
back
but I
line.
think making the
Yeah.
executive call to not pop it while all teammates are dead.
Yeah, that was probably the better call overall. And you know,
Winter
CMU
going to
can
be
still
out of
definitely
sync
hold
with the
here.
rest of the spawn wave, but not that far behind.
No, he's still.
With the Reaper teleport up top there,
It'll
I
still
feel
be
like-
the same. Yeah, he'll be the fine.
There he is already. He's
Yeah.
already caught up with the team. Unfortunately, I think Kansas is going to be able to get an easy second checkpoint.
Yeah,
here.
with that Maywall just completely holding them off.
Mhm.
Oh.
There we
Ramatra,
go.
something's going on with him over there. I'm not quite sure what that was. That was some kind of visual glitch, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. No, it's one of the new perks. Trust.
Trust. We see an early pick here on Badger, May getting that nice magic shot off. We do see Absent very low or very high. Winter doing the very nice Death Blossom
into the
does
back
get
line.
antied.
That May ice block putting the snow down means that Winter doesn't want to stay in that snow, but also really
We do see
can't.
the
That-
Ramatra ult go out, picking
Already
the Ana
getting
off very early
Ana.
here. We see a lot of trades going off.
but still that's
I-
both
both
supports
supports
down.
are down.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing better than getting rid of the enemy tank is getting rid of both
Both supports.
both supports.
That's gonna
Winter
be
having to back off. Badger on the
CMU really needs to hold here. They can't let Kansas get any more space, or they are just gonna cap and win the game. But there's still a decent amount of team fights that can
good
happen.
fire, good.
Yeah. We see
Good nade.
Absent getting back on point. We do see a Kiriko ult.
Sune ult.
Winter also going down very early here. We do see the nano on Ramatra right at the start of the fight here. We'll see how
Trying
it
to make
turns.
sure that it's a strong contest. Another Ramatra ult.
Yeah, this is a
Ramatra
really rough
ult
hold for
after
CMU.
Ramatra ult.
Unfortunately, Absent does go down, and Crane does manage
Crane's
to
gonna able
touch,
to
but
contest using Winter's body as a teleport point, allowing a contest, but not much
yeah.
more than that. The Sojourn up top, getting a good
Badger
pick on Badger.
and Crane both going down. Winter following soon after. We do see the Winston,
just to try and jump on the point there. Unfortunately, not enough time.
That will be bringing the second map to Kansas as well, bringing it to 2-0 currently. Player of the game, probably Badger. Let's
I don't know. It could be
Yeah.
fake. Nah, Badger.
is that 4K?
Yeah.
It's that nice 4K.
It's
ult.
hard. It's hard to compete with a 4K.
Yeah. So CMU needs to win this next map, or else they lose this bracket.
Mm-hmm.
The next map's gonna be Flashpoint. Maroon is not
CMU
great at Flashpoint.
has not been known for having a good flashpoint.
Maroon is unfortunately Flashpoint is not a great map for them. We'll see how that goes.
I believe Flashpoint is the one that Gold also lost. So
Yeah.
this could be Colorado Mesa facing their first loss of the season.
Possibly, yeah. Gold has lost one game so far. Maroon has not. We'll see if this can bring it to 4-1, or if Maroon can make a comeback and we're gonna go to a 5-game match.
That would be interesting.
It would be
I believe we have yet to see a 5 match.
We have once from
One?
Gold, but it wasn't on
Gold.
stream.
Right.
That was a recap.
It was yes.
Versus Concordia.
Mhm.
So that was a 5-map one, which Gold, that was the one loss that Gold has so far, was to Concordia. So we'll see if CMU will bring it to that. If it does, that means we're gonna be here for a very late game. Servasa is gonna be the next map pick. Again, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Maroon, not great on Flashpoint.
I think the May perk, Cryostorm.
Yeah.
We've been noticing it. It's a May perk. It is this major perk that allows May to ice block up, and once the ice block happens, anyone in a nearby radius will start taking 70 damage per second.
An
That's
insane
really
amount.
strong, and
Yeah.
especially against the Reaper. I feel like that's what's been
That's
so
a,
killer is Colorado Mesa has really been trying to run this Reaper. This Reaper's been getting great value on the
yeah.
Ramattra, great value in the backline, but such a hard counter from that Mei. As soon as she pops Ice Block, that
It's
Reaper
just
needs
gone.
to disengage, that Reaper needs to get out, and then the value of that Reaper is immediately gone for the rest of that fight.
But also with the Cryostorm is that it also slows, so it makes it
Mhm.
very hard for that Reaper to get out in time to live. We'll see what CMU chooses to do on Servasa. We see a Junk Queen. Well, I like this. It's different. We see the Mercy Life
Changing it up.
Weaver again.
I don't think that one's sticking around. We'll see if that one's sticking around, but I have a slight feeling it's not.
There's the Kiriko. I think they were
Um,
just messing around again. I, you know,
Hey
we have
Tally
seen.
on the Widow. I don't think
Oh,
that one.
oh, it looks like the game was reset. I suppose. Guessing there's probably some kind of issue with latency or something like that. That made the game
Maybe
reset.
roles. Maybe
I'm not quite sure, but yeah,
maybe there needed to be a role swap or something. It is NACE rules that players can't be on a different role than what they have selected.
that's true.
So maybe somebody had accidentally selected the wrong role or something.
My guess was
Strange
probably
had
some
happened.
latency issue, or
Yeah.
the game I've just not started yet.
Somebody
We'll,
maybe needed a quick little refresh reload back in.
yeah, we'll see if we see that Mercy still. I don't think so. I think we're gonna see that.
I think that was
Yeah, and
Juno.
it was also
Kiriko.
the Sojourn on Mercy, so I think it was. We were in the waiting for players
However,
lobby.
we do see a Mercy.
Brew.
Maroon gonna get in trouble for being on Mercy?
I don't
Let's
think so.
see.
He's played it a couple times. I'm surprised. Badger on Sojourn's interesting because I know they've been running
I think-
Sombra on Flashpoint a lot.
I think maybe Colorado Mesa is trying to dive a little bit more, get the Genji and Junker
Yeah.
Queen to kind of dive a little bit harder.
Yeah, this is interesting because we don't have the May anymore.
Yeah,
suppose
the
eight-
May's gone. The May was the big counter to the Reaper, and I think Winters recognized that. Winters got off
Yeah.
the Reaper, but now the May's not in play, and instead we have a Genji from Kansas as well.
I am surprised we don't see the Sombra because that was a very common pick for Badger on Flashpoint, but maybe he just wasn't feel comfortable doing it into this comp specifically.
Comp's really brawly and had a lot of good punish. I think with the
We
the
see
Genji,
Absinthe
we see
very low here. So does Crane. Sorry, Crane does go down.
early.
Oh, Crane and
Absinthe
Absinthe
going
both
down
going
early.
down.
That's kind of the problem with Junker Queen is
We do see
she's
the
a little
res from
rougher
Mercy on Absinthe.
sustained, but the res does allow a tank to just get a second health bar.
And Sojourn does go down. Sojourn was down there, so that could possibly let CMU get advantage in a fight here.
CMU is at least able to contest the point for a while longer.
Yeah, we see, Kansas was at like 99 to cap, or Colorado Mesa was at 99 to cap. Unfortunately, didn't get it. Absent goes down. Badger does get the pick on the Genji, but it doesn't look like it's going to be able to do much follow-up to that.
I
And
think Badger's gonna disengage. Brune's gonna use that little mercy follow-up to get out.
Yep, and it does look like Kansas is going to get the first, at least capture on the points.
It seems like Colorado Mesa's plan here, and I'm not sure I like it, in the fact that they have Absent going in kind of by themselves. Drunker Queen's good, but she's not the most self-sustained tank.
Oh, Badger getting
Badger
down
getting down
very early
early.
there. Prune does get the revive. Prune's also very low, though.
Prune taken out, Badger out again. Winter low,
Absent going
running
down.
around point, Absent down as well. Whatever Colorado Mesa's trying here doesn't seem to be working. I wonder if we're going to see some swaps.
Possibly. It's a very rough comp for Colorado Mesa to work into. Junker Queen into a Ramatra is a rough matchup no matter what.
It's not the worst. It's just unfortunately getting up close to Ramatra doesn't guarantee damage.
Yeah.
And Junker Queen wants to get up close and wants to guarantee that damage.
We do see the Kitsune coming out from the side of Kansas.
That's probably going to be enough to secure the first point for Kansas.
We do see some touches. Winter does go down here. Absent possibly getting on point. Does manage to touch. We have
Absent.
I
think Colorado's Mesa's plan here is to just have Absent go in for that brawl and have Prune here healing them. That's why they have the Mercy, just the direct heal and some damage boost on Sojourn when that heal isn't needed. But unfortunately,
it just doesn't look like it's working out.
Absent
Maroon
switching
does
to the
get
diva.
picked there, yeah.
Yep, there we go.
I think that's going to be a lot better for them.
I think Absent's a lot more comfortable on the diva. I think
Yeah.
that'll make for a better dive. We see Prune staying on the Mercy.
I mean, it's getting some res value. He's gotten up a
The
lot of
res
health
values are
bonuses.
good.
You know, we've seen Gold run Mercy pretty often as well.
Yeah.
We'll see how it works out. We do see taking
Diving
a
the
lot of early
Genji.
space here. Right now, CMU is down in terms of ults. They do not have nearly
They're
as
down
much
in
ult
terms
value.
of ults. They're down in terms of player XP.
We do see Ramatra ult go out. Yeah, perks are a part of it as well.
Yeah.
Obviously with that swap off Junker Queen, Absent lost any kind of progress she made with those perk charges.
Badger gonna try and ult the back line, see if he can get some good value, get some picks, getting people low, but no actual conversions.
We do see Absent getting a lot of damage here.
Able
Looks like
to
CMU
push
is
them
gonna...
off the point.
Winter getting a very nice 2k. Badger going down to the enemy Sojourn. Oh.
Still, Kiriko and Sojourn
Prune does go
sustaining themselves in
down.
the back line there.
And,
As Ramatra still alive, dealing damage, forcing Absent to pay attention to him.
Winter does go
Winter
down
down
here.
as well.
Absent's probably going to have to back out. I don't think she's going to use bomb here. Wouldn't be the best idea. Oh, maybe she will. There we go. Does bomb. We'll see if that gets any value. She does go down here,
Does
though.
go down, unfortunately. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that bomb doesn't get value anyways. That's
And
going
that's
to be
gonna
rough.
force Colorado Mesa to regroup. They can't take that 5-on-4 without a tank.
Yeah.
We have Genji.
We do see the swap onto Ana from Crane.
Okay.
Possibly to deal with that Ramatra.
Yeah, get
Getting
more
that
heals, get
anti.
the anti.
Yeah. But that, again, that is going to be, you know, reset on perks for him.
Mm-hmm.
Where I think all of Kansas is going to be at level 3 at minimum. So not only
At
is
least
it a
in a
disadvantage,
moment here, yeah.
at least
I think they're still on. I think everybody who hasn't swapped yet is still on level 2.
it somewhat does depend on what you do, how much damage you do, how much healing
Mhm.
you have. It's not just time. But yeah. So we see
But-
there's like some difference between
yeah.
Winter and Badger, but it's not a significant amount.
I still think most of
Most of them are going to be on 2, coming on to 3.
Genji popping
We see
blade into the
Absent
back
does go down
line.
very early here. Prune popping Valkyrie unfortunately does not get much out of it. Badger does go down as well. That's
It's
yeah.
forced to back off again.
That's all on Ana. I think long term is gonna be better, but especially for this first fight, you're down on ults, you're down perks. It's gonna be very rough.
Yeah,
to
I
catch
think
up.
both Brune swapping off.
We see swap
Again,
onto
we got
Juno.
perks reset.
Ult.
No real alt reset because we
Just
had
use
just
Valk. Yeah.
popped the Valkyrie.
This will be the last fight or last point if Kansas wins.
Yeah,
CMU
Kansas gonna
really
be-
needs to hold down these next 2 points.
Yeah, CMU needs to get all 3 in a row. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, basically. If they do not manage to, that will be the end of tonight's game.
Yep, and so it's gonna be Kansas has definitely tossed the ball into CMU's court, and the question is CMU still up for game?
We'll see. We do see ults are about even right now. Kansas has a little bit of an advantage, not a significant amount. We do see Absent diving the Sojourn very early here.
If Absent can get this Sojourn, that's an alt
Does
down,
manage to
but
get
the
the
Juno.
instead,
That's
and
good
the
enough.
Sojourn.
Sojourn.
Very nice picks from
That's
Absent.
definitely
Great job.
first point going the way of Colorado Mesa. We've got the last 3 team members of Kansas sitting up top there.
It's a great dive from Absent, getting 2 huge picks very early on.
Colorado Mesa would love one more pick here just to stagger somebody for a team fight. We've got Badger alt.
We have both DPS ults from CMU.
Yep. On the other side, we have Orbital
Right.
as well as their enemy team.
We do
Sojourn
see the
alt.
Ray go out here.
Orbital down.
We'll see if
Nano, Genji Blade. Nano
Genji
Blade,
Blade
perfect.
does work very well here.
Doing lots of damage, even going to take
Getting
out the
a
Ramatra.
nice 3k with that Genji
Yep.
Blade. Very
That
good job.
Kiriko surviving on 1 health.
Oh, Kiriko does
almost
go
got out.
down. Sojourn does manage to escape, but
Sojourn able to escape, able to grab a health pack. Kiriko is going to be out of sync with the rest of the team. Going to need to wait for that next wave. And we
we're-
still have a good amount of ults on both teams. Not a lot of ults used during that fight. Only Nano Blade
yeah.
and Kansas's Orbital.
Well, we'll see how that works. Obviously this is overtime for CMU. Kansas is gonna have to probably use all of their ults to try to push. We do see Badger using ult here.
Oh, Ramatra
Unfortunately,
able to
dies
push him
very
back.
early here. Ramatra ult does go out. We might see Diva Bomb go off here. Not quite yet.
Definitely the contest point. Diva's not going to move off point.
Crane
Gonna
does go
try.
down, but so does Genji. We do see the Diva Bomb go up as she jumps out
Can
of
she get
mech.
remech?
Does get the Ramacha with the Diva Bomb.
Gets the
Huge pick
Ramatra.
there.
Yep.
So,
And able to remech, get back into this fight.
yep, Sojourn
Kiriko
does
ult
manage to get
take
an
the
ult.
left.
There is a Sojourn and a Kiriko ult going off. Sojourn
Absent
managing
is
to get...
trying to hold down the fort.
Absence just living
She's
on point
got
for
the
free right
support
now.
behind her, healing her, but is it enough? By the time that Ramatra comes back,
She's
it's
just
gonna be
living
a
on point
hard
for free right now.
contest.
They're doing a
Both
great
teams
job.
able
We
to
do see
regroup.
Orbital
An
Ray coming
orbital
out
from
from...
CMU. That's going to be strong. That could make or break this.
We see
they can
Ramacha
force the
very
Ramacha
low
out-
here. Ramacha
There
does
we
go
go.
down.
That's the health pool off the table. They can't put a giant health pool on the point.
Yeah,
anymore.
we see both of the DPSs are down. It will just be the supports, and CMU
And
does manage to cap
take the
second
point.
point. Or third point. Not second.
Yeah, third point. Kiriko able to TP away.
CMU will need to continue up this winning streak, though. Hopefully
Yep.
trying to contest here.
It all came off of that nano blade from Crane and Winter Storm. We'll see
Yeah.
if they can get another one up and running. They're
Oh.
both pretty close to it.
CMU is also on point before Kansas, which
However,
we
Kansas
do see
is
Diva
an
Bomb
early
go off.
nuke.
Ooh!
An early nuke value.
Very nice bomb from Absent getting the
We've
Gino
got a
and Genji
Zarya
down
now.
early here. We
A
do
good counter to Diva. That is
Yeah.
a very good counter to Diva. That is a perks reset.
That's gonna be a lot harder for Absent to push it now.
Yeah, that laser able to just melt through the defense matrix. That's Absent sustain a little bit gone. Although it looks like Absent has a health up, still alive, able to
She is
sustain
diving
a
the
little
back
bit more.
lanes right now. Unfortunately, has to go out going into
Yeah,
around 300 HP.
Zarya gaining lots of
Charge.
from
We do
an
see
orbital.
Orbital Ray go out. We do see Nano,
Nano
Blade
Blade
again.
trying to get value, unable to.
Ooh.
We get trade Genji for Genji. We do get a Sojourn pick early,
and a pick on the
there-
Zarya.
Zarya goes down.
The
Badger
Juno might
going
go
for the
down here.
chase. Absent,
Juno does go down.
Jen-
Kiriko following after.
And they'll have to wait for those supports to come back before Kansas can re-engage. That'll give us
Yeah.
some good. That'll give Colorado Mesa some good time to kind of think it through, reposition, get to some high ground.
Yeah, unfortunately that Nano Blade did get shut down, but it didn't seem to do. It still did its job. It drew attention and let
Yeah.
CMU get a lot of other picks in the process.
In this next fight, we're gonna have
We do
Orbital
see the Sojourn
from-
ult coming out.
Yep, Sojourn ult trying to get the early.
Oh, a
back.
very early
prevent
pick
the
on the
contest.
enemy Sojourn. Very nice job.
Absent trying to get rid of supports. No supports becomes a lot less Genji Blade in the back line. But we're able to get rid of Genji Blade before it can come over to help.
Zarya does go down here, and that will be the fourth point going to Colorado Mesa.
Absent seems very comfortable in this Diva against the Zarya. Even though Zarya is a counter pick to Diva, it seems like Absent is
Still just getting her value.
getting lots of value. I think Absent's strategy is ignore the Zarya.
Yeah. And,
Zarya, if Zarya doesn't get charged, Zarya can't do enough damage in a backline to really kill everybody. So if Absent instead dives their backline, takes out a support, I think that's been enough to do good damage.
yeah. Sorry.
Again, there we go. Ignore the Zarya. Wait for Bubble to go
Yeah.
down. Let Badger deal with it after Bubble's down.
We might see another. We do see Kitsune coming out from the side of Kansas
Kitsune.
right now.
Absent
might
probably
bomb
gonna try
here.
and bomb as soon as her mech is down.
Yeah, and that will be bomb going out right now. We
Trying to use
might
the bomb
see-
as a shield.
We
Able
do
to
get the point on the
tank.
Zarya.
Getting rid of the tank is getting rid of the HP pool. May's another good HP pool they could put on point, but still
Yeah.
that would be difficult.
It's a really rough fight for Kansas to come back from. I don't know if you
Mm-hmm.
can hear it, but we do have some members of Gold coming in and watching the stream. You might hear them yelling in the background.
They're having fun.
Yeah, we do see May going down here, dying to Badger. Very good pick as well, and not a great stagger from Kansas. That's going to be a really rough fight to pick up from there.
Yeah. I think Kansas wants to back up and regroup. Colorado Mesa looking for a pick, something to force it to take longer. The
Yep.
sleep on Crane almost costs them their life. We have
Oh.
Nano, Blade, Sojourn ult for Colorado
Ray
Mesa.
as well, basically.
Yeah, we'll have Orbital in a bit.
We do see Nano going out
Nano
on that
on
Sojourn
Badger.
as well as the ult. This might get a lot of value. Nice
An
pick on the
early
May.
pick. Trying to get
Also
the
another
Kiriko
pick on the
too.
Kiriko getting... Ooh, this
Lots
might be a
of damage
team
onto
kill.
the Zarya.
Zarya does
Not
manage to
enough.
kill
But
Badger.
there is the conversion.
Absent does manage to get the trade, taking out
down.
Zarya in the process,
It's a
and that
full
will be a
team wipe.
nice team kill from
There's the
Colorado
Lucio.
Mesa.
They're breaking out the desperation. They're just trying to get in.
We do see Winter getting a
Blade
very
just
nice
stalled.
blade.
Colorado Mesa, take Flashpoint.
I don't know if you can hear Gold in the background, but they're having a great time over there. They're fine. They can be loud. It's fine. It doesn't matter. We'll see what the player of the game is. It's going to be Winter, probably that Nano Blade.
Probably. I would say that Nano Blade really opened up the round for them.
So we'll bring...
There it is. Blade.
Yeah.
Nano. Yep.
We might see a reverse sweep from Colorado Mesa coming into the rest of these fights there.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Colorado Mesa is still in the danger zone here on push.
But you know, we weren't too sure about how Flashpoint was going to go. We said it wasn't a great map for CMU, and they proved us wrong.
Yeah, CMU has struggled on Flashpoint before, but taking it.
They did a great job this time. We'll see the next map. It's going to be a push map.
Yep.
So we can see Badger running around right now. It's going to be New Queen Street for the next map of push. Very interesting. I don't think I've seen New Queens so far.
Yeah, I haven't. I know there's some good high grounds on New Queens. All push maps have this sort of high ground that watch the entire push area, with the idea that you can set somebody up there, they can get value from a backline. So
and I don't know if you
either a
heard Badger,
Sojourn.
but he was feeling very happy about the pick of New Queens. He was saying that it's gonna be very nice for him as the Sojourn player on the high ground.
The high grounds. I also think that it'd be interesting to see if like Hey Pally goes Widow. We've seen Hey Pally hovering that Widow a couple of times. Widow
It was
can get
fake
a lot
and
of.
Alfie on Widow.
Was it?
Fake Alfie, yeah.
Oh, it was fake.
Hey
Alfie.
Pally's the Ana.
Right. Hey Pally's the Ana. Correct.
Yes.
However, I do expect to see the Ana. The Ana has been getting lots of value on both sides.
I agree, though. I do expect probably a Widow. If not Widow, maybe an Ashe.
An Ashe. They countered with the Sojourn last time. We'll see if maybe they want to go Sojourn v Sojourn again.
Yeah.
It's pretty clear
there
that
we
Badger is going Sojourn.
Yeah.
Crane on the Brigitte.
He plays that often.
Yeah.
And her perks
I
are
think
also
as long
pretty
as
useful.
Prune can kind of keep Badger and Winter alive, it'll be good to have somebody follow up with Absence diving.
And a few of Brigitte's perks do increase her healing. I believe one of hers is longer inspiration if it was activated by Whip Shot.
Shield Bash restores health to barrier, and then Inspire lasts 3 seconds longer when activated by Whip Shot.
So that is Brig's healing,
More
main
outlet.
source of healing.
Yep,
So it's
I
going to be
think
very
A
useful.
little bit more healing might help out.
We see a Winston from Terms of Kansas. I think that's a really interesting pick from them.
Maybe
Might
trying
go
to
off the map.
dive the backline a little
A
bit more.
very early pick on the Winston. A nice
Yeah,
finish
that's
from Winter.
Probably going to force him back, allowing Colorado Mesa to get that early push.
We
Colorado
see
Mesa putting-
Sojourn also going down there.
Putting somebody on the bot to start the push.
Yep, and that's going to be a great early fight from Colorado Mesa. We might honestly see them go to the last map, which is just straight escort.
That would be interesting. We still have a lot of map ahead of us, 9 minutes, and or somebody making it to the end.
We do have right now basically everyone on bot leading up into the next big team fight. We'll see how it works. Anna's very low here.
The really important thing when it comes to
A Winter does go down, dying to the Winston.
yeah, Winston is a good counter into Genji, and the fact you cannot deflect it.
But Genji does try to dive in, does die in the process, dying to
I've said it
Absent.
before, I'll say it again. You will always take a DPS for a tank trade.
Yep, for sure.
Tank is just such
So
more problematic health pool. You can't get the burst damage to kill the tank in one shot. You can get the burst damage to kill somebody else.
Yeah. We do see a lot. We do. Colorado Mesa is
able
in
to
these
just
ults.
keep forcing it back and
Honestly,
gets
this could
first
be a
checkpoint.
good spot for a bomb if he
there's
so
too much
needs
cover.
to.
She'll bomb just to get her mech back.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cover in those high ground areas.
And there's a
with all those
chance
women.
also if she bombed up there, she could have died. Facing four of them, only being one. We do see the
Kitsune
Kitsune
ult
coming out.
traded for a rally ult on Colorado Mesa's.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. It looks
Colorado
like
Mesa
Colorado Mesa is
kind of
backing out a
forced
little
back,
bit.
Yeah.
Anna does get the sleep off. Sojourn getting the pick on Winter very during the fight.
Badger
Bat-
able to
Ooh,
slide
Crane
back
also
and
going
forth.
down.
Is that a nanoed monkey? Nano primal monkey.
We do see Ray coming out from Colorado Mesa, but I don't think that was the best ult.
I think
Unfortunately,
Colorado
yeah.
Mesa able to stall and contest here.
We
But
do see the Monkey did use ult, and they did get a couple picks from that Juno ult, but unfortunately, it just looks like it's not gonna get the value that Colorado Mesa
Absent
really
is gonna
needed.
catch this. Oh no, Absent's a wave behind Badger and Prune, so it will be a full wait. Kansas will have an opportunity to actually push the bot.
Yeah, we'll see how it works.
No switches from either side. Everybody's feeling pretty comfortable in their comps, I guess.
Yeah, and I think these two comps work very well.
Yeah, they're very good. It's kind of the same idea on both comps. Considering they're a mirror match, pretty much, besides
Nearly.
besides Crane and Absent for VYP and Lucky.
And we see VIP does get the pick on Badger here very early into the fight. That's going to be put CMU at a
Absent
significant
trying to
advantage.
punish, unable to. Absent now needs to disengage, kind of back up. We're going to let Kansas get a lot more push on the bot. We'll see if Kansas can get this first checkpoint. That's what Kansas really wants right now. Kansas
This
wants
could
this
possibly
checkpoint.
be a good spot for a bomb, but I'm also not a tank player, so what do I know?
It wouldn't be bad for a bomb, but I don't think it would be worth losing the health pool. Again, when one tank meta, when we drop down to one tank, the important thing is always that tank is your only big health pool.
Yeah.
And so just keeping that big health pool alive is what's really important. And so
And we do
Absent's
see
probably just going to keep using that Diva Bomb.
Yeah,
to
we
just
do see
maintain the
Crane
health
and
pool.
Winter both die, but are coming back currently. Absent nearly getting out there. Unfortunately, he's not able to. Does go down here. And that's going to be a really hard team fight for Colorado Mesa to bring back from.
Colorado Mesa is going to look for a reset here. They got the checkpoint, which is unfortunate for Colorado Mesa.
Yeah, and they're nearly matching Colorado Mesa in terms of push progress right now.
Colorado
CMU really
Mesa
needs a one
to
big
get
team
some
fight.
of those early picks.
We see Absent going in,
Absent just
trying to
prevent.
contest. Yep.
Just trying to make sure that they don't get the payload any
We
further.
do see a Blade from Winter getting a pick on the Sojourn, and Badger getting to both DPSs going down from
That's some
Kansas.
good counter, especially since Winston's not a very high damage tank.
Yep. Even if Absent did go out of mech there, it doesn't seem like it's going to do
Winston's
too
not
much.
dead. Yeah, staying alive. That Winston's pushing real far into a backline.
Does
able
manage to
get
kill Crane.
Though.
Unfortunate for
Absent
him.
able to get the mech back. Essentially a free respawn.
Yeah, and CMU managed to get the point back right as they were about to hit the equal matcher. So CMU is still technically in the lead right now.
Yeah,
Absent does have to back out though. Winter does go down here, dying to fake Alfie. Prune going down to
Badger having to
VYP.
disengage too.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be Crane and Badger up right now. Absent is down there, but she's out of mech, and that will be.
That's gonna force probably the reset, and that's probably gonna let Kansas
Kansas is
finally
gonna
gain
take
an
the lead.
advantage. Colorado Mesa needs to turn this all the way around.
If Kansas wins this map, this will be the end of today's game. We'll see how this works out. Alfie does get a very early pick on Prune here. We do see the Kitsune also coming out. We see an ult from Badger getting a 2K, but unfortunately does get picked off.
These
VYP
one-for-one
managing to
trades are
finish-
good, but they're
yeah.
not enough.
Both DPSs go down here in
However,
process.
there is the point of the spawn. The spawn points heavily side
Yeah.
whoever is currently defending the payload.
Monkey does go down here. Very nice pick from Absent. Possibly getting the Kiriko as well.
This will give Colorado Mesa a chance to turn it around, but they won't be able to make more progress for a while.
Yeah, it's going to take a while for him to get to that distance. And
Claiming the high ground, Colorado Mesa should be able to at least bring it back to center.
Absence pushed up very far here, trying to get that poke damage out, having to back out though as the Winston comes back. Absence turning around, helping fight that Winston.
Hoping to get rid of the Winston.
Yeah, that Winston's just been a nuisance for all of them. We do see Genji getting a blade on Prune here.
The Primal, the Nano,
Primal
the
also
Blade.
Yeah, Diva Mech does
This is going to force it back into
It's
Kansas's
just
hand.
Absent left from CMU.
And
She's gonna
Absent's
have to
got no
back out.
choice to try to regroup.
Unfortunately,
gonna
she does
try
get
and
caught out by
stop
that
her.
Winston. I think she might at least get demeched here, possibly.
She's going to try.
Colorado Mesa
She's
supports
able
are
to get,
up.
Yep, she's able to get back to her supports.
We do see Winter fighting with the
The
Monkey a
Reaper-
little bit. We are back on Reaper, yeah.
Yep, back on Reaper, back on the comfort. Reaper's a very big counter to Winston. Winston's essentially a moving healing pod for a Reaper.
Yeah. Moving ult charge.
Moving ult charge, moving healing.
We do see
Reaper
CMU managing
really-
to get point back again, managing to push back a
An
tiny
early
bit.
pick onto the Winston. That
A
should
great pick,
give
yeah.
some
Ana
more
also goes
space.
down here.
Badger will just get value.
Badger unfortunately does go down here. Absent managing to follow up, though, getting a kill on the Sojourn. It's just Kiriko left.
This is a good staggering of kills is the big thing.
Yeah,
Getting the staggering of kills is really what you want as Colorado Mesa.
I don't even know.
Trying to get the Genji.
We do see Absent going into the Genji and the Winston here. Possibly does leave
Colorado
it out,
Mesa
though.
is about to get the bot back to where they first
We do
started.
see a rally coming out from Crane. Probably just get more of
Definitely
that push
looking
power. We see
for
the
Death
Blossom coming out.
The bubble, a great bubble
Oh.
from the Winston, able to stop
Unfortunately,
it.
does not get much value
Badger,
out of that Death
however,
Blossom.
ulting.
Ray as
The
well.
Soldier and ult. The Ray gonna get some
Sojourn-
good value.
Badger getting a nice 2K, possibly
They-
3 with that Ana. Giving up on the Ana kill.
Colorado Mesa looking to finally push the barrier. And Colorado
Colorado
Mesa
Mesa does
claims
finish the
lead.
match.
Claim-
We do see the Diva nuke going out, possibly getting some. Not getting quite far enough. We do see Crane get the pick on the Ana. Unfortunately, Crane goes down, dying to that Sojourn. That's going to be a 1-for-1 support trade. We'll see who else gets picked here. Absent going in, diving that Sojourn. Sojourn doesn't die quite yet. I don't know how that Sojourn
Kitsune
hasn't died
doing a
quite.
good job of keeping her alive.
Kitsune. We see Winter going down, Absent going out for. Yeah, I'm making fun of you.
Kiriko.
Here,
Sorry.
I'm just making fun of you. We do see a lot of trades here. Unfortunately, CMU did not get a lot of the advantage there.
However, CMU doesn't need to win.
Yeah, they just need
CMU
to hold
no
now.
longer needs to get any more push progress. CMU's just looking to stop Kansas from pushing.
And it's very close so far.
Mm-hmm.
97 to 116 is an insane.
It will only, as soon as Kansas starts pushing their block again, it'll only take 5-10 seconds
Yeah.
for that block to get all the way in front of where.
If CMU can hold Kansas off for the next 1 or 2 team fights, they are set
What
to win.
CMU
Essentially.
really needs here is they need an early pick. They need some sort of value. Instead,
Winter
it
does
looks
get
like
very
Kansas
low
is
there,
trying
too.
to get it.
Absent
Kansas
does go out of mech,
Able
unfortunately.
to DMAC
Absent
and
does
get
go
rid of
down
Absent.
there.
That's the
Yeah.
health pool gone.
Badger
That's the
follows soon
contest
after.
gone.
Crane does get a pick on the Genji, but unfortunately does not seem like it's going to give up.
There's still a chance here.
Maroon goes down.
There's definitely
Yeah.
still a chance for Colorado Mesa to contest,
Colorado Mesa just needs
but
to
it's
kill
gonna
them.
get close. Colorado Mesa needs to get the early picks.
They just need one good
Badger's
team
the
fight.
one to get value. They need those early picks. They're gonna regroup and wait at barrier.
Yeah.
No, there's no way they.
If Colorado Mesa wins a team fight, again, Colorado Mesa is still in the lead here. If they win a team fight, they just get rid of everybody.
We
Get
did see
them
the
off
bot
point.
is up to where
Up to the
Kansas
barrier,
is gonna start
ready to
pushing
push.
again. Winter does go down very low here, so does Crane and Badger.
The self-sustain. We
Absence
also
of
have
bot
Mac.
being- Ooh.
Oh, he
Absence
gets
does
picked,
go
though.
down
The
here, and the
laser-
bomb doesn't get much value. We do see the
That's-
Sojourn ult coming out, possibly getting the supports here.
able to
Both
get back
DP.
grind.
Oh.
The Death Blossom able to finally convert. I believe there's a Sojourn lurking around, contesting
Yeah,
here and there.
Sojourn
but
did get a
that's
pick, but
gonna
that will not be
it.
enough.
We're going to map 5. Very close. We knew this was going to be 2 undefeated teams against each other. We knew this was going to be a close match. Fake,
Alfie.
yeah. Able to get match MVP.
There's
They
the
got some
game.
good value. This
Yeah,
is
and that was right towards the end.
no. This is when they were going back the other.
This
way.
was right at the end, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's 9 seconds left on the clock. Very nice ult, or player of the game, not even ult. But both those DPS ults were just so well done.
Yeah.
So we'll be bringing us to the final round of Escort.
Sojourns have been the MVPs of a lot of maps.
It looks like we're gonna be here for a long time.
Yeah.
Been streaming since what, 6:30? Probably only gonna end by 8:45ish. And that's not counting.
Definitely one of the streams of all time.
Yeah. One more.
One more. One way or another, this will be the last map.
A lot of excitement in the arena right now from both the spectators and from the people playing.
Mhm.
Order 16 laughing at me. How dare you?
Tisk tisk
Tisk
tisk.
tisk. But yeah, no, great job from both teams so far. It will be Kansas's map pick on push. So we'll see. We did see, obviously, they did win Flashpoint. Not Flashpoint. They win Hybrid.
Yep. So
We'll see if that can continue into push.
yeah, the thing here is going to be the advantage Kansas has is the hybrid is the closest to push or to just payload,
Yeah.
and they won the hybrid. That is definitely saying, hey, we like these types of maps. We're good at them. However, I think the ball is actually more in Colorado Mesa's court in the fact that they have won these last two maps. They have the mental momentum.
Yeah.
This could just turn out to be a mental game.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see if we see the Ramatra Brawls come back. I don't think Colorado Mesa necessarily wants to go that route because it was the Ramatra Brawls that they were losing.
Yeah. We will see what the next maps are going to be. I don't know which ones are in Circuit Dorado. There's one other they said I can't fucking... Shambali?
Is it...
Yeah, I can imagine CMU's quite tired right now.
Yeah.
A lot of energy, but
a lot of energy, but it is getting late. Everybody's a little bit tired.
It's currently about 8:25 for us. I think this is the longest we've ever had a game, at least this semester, go for.
Yep.
So it's gonna be fun. We're gonna see how long it's gonna take. Kansas, I think, is still deciding on a map, possibly. But no, yeah. So NACE does have its map pool. Some maps are banned.
Yes.
I could pull it up, but I honestly don't remember what maps aren't allowed currently.
I think Junkertown might be in still.
Really? Okay.
Well,
I'm not a huge Junkertown fan, if I'm honest. I don't like it, but they are playing Circuit Royale, which Afton is not happy about. That is very unfortunate. Circuit Royale is not the... Are they doing Circuit?
They haven't officially selected Circuit. There it is.
There it is.
Circuit selected.
I don't know if you could hear her in the background, but she was not very happy about that pick.
Circuit's an interesting map.
It's... Circuit is the map the gold lost to versus
yeah. So
we'll see how it goes. It's a Sigma heavy map.
Yeah.
You always see a Sigma on this map, which we might see from...
Neither team has played a Sigma so far, so it's hard to make the call of who would play it.
Yeah. Ball is also not awful on Circuit.
Yeah. I almost expect to still see Absent on the Diva.
Probably.
Just trying to play a comfort character.
A lot of people are not happy about the Circuit pick from what it seems. Honestly, I don't like any escort map. I don't know if that's just me, but I hate playing on Junkertown. I hate Circuit. Dorado's okay, but even Dorado has its,
It has its pros and cons.
Moments, yeah.
Yeah.
Havana, I can't stand Havana.
Well, I don't know. I learned Junkertown very well.
Yeah.
I learned how to get out of that initial choke on the payload, and I know Junkertown well.
And that's the best thing you can do at this point.
I feel like, in general, payload maps are difficult.
There's also Paraiso, which I like Paraiso. Maybe that's unpopular. That's
we
the
saw
only...
Absent hovering the Sigma there for a bit, so maybe
I know she does play
it
it occasionally. It's kind of just a classic pick on this map,
Yes, it is good value. I also think a Widow is considered a classic pick. For that
Widow's
high ground.
very common on this map as well.
So again, maybe Kansas will run the Widow.
Yeah, Widow or Ashe, I think could both work.
Mm-hmm.
Ashe
does. The Sojourns have been what's getting value, so I wouldn't be surprised if both teams just stick with the Sojourns, getting both a mixture of.
We do see the Widow. There we are.
Yep.
And the Sigma we were talking about.
Yeah, Sigma from Kansas. I'm absent staying on the Diva. I don't think it'll be a problem necessarily.
Hopefully
the poke
not.
nature of this map makes it very strong for Sigma and Widow. Getting the Zen out too.
There's just so many high grounds you can hide behind. So many safe covers, essentially, with all the bridges and the whole second point being that hill, where there's just cover and billboards you can peek behind if you get even the slightest bit low. It's a great map for most snipers.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, Colorado Mesa not running any snipers, instead running a full dive sort of style.
I think
trying to get on top of them.
On attack it works fine. We'll probably see it more on defense because Badger does play Widow.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Badger trying to get out with a Sombra early. Already taking some damage in that corner there.
We
trying
see
to
Badger
hide.
very low, yes. Whoa. We'll see if that Widow manages to get any nice early shots on. Badger is set up here to basically
The invisibility being tied to the translocator always makes it really hard to actually
get in. Yeah,
get
we
in. You can see
see.
Badger trying to find the path in, trying to figure out
Does manage to
how.
go up and behind. We'll see if he gets the value. He might wait until translocator is back up. We'll see how this works. It looks like Absent is going to go up and does get very low mouth
Able
there.
to drop back down. Get
Sigma is going to chase her
heals.
down.
Badger poking this top.
That hurt's going to be so much of an issue for
Yeah.
them. Badger does manage to get out on
Get
7
out.
HP.
7 HP is pretty
Very
low.
impressive.
Absent.
We'll
Taking a lot of
see.
damage, but healing back up.
It's very that Torbjorn basically negates most of the push pressure they have.
Yeah, the Torbjorn's very hard to kind of play this dive style because it'll just shoot you in the butt.
We do see Badger going down here. Absent getting the trade though, managing to take out Sigma. We have said tank for a DPS. It's a good trade.
Good DPS, but
Winter
unfortunately
does
you
go
also
down
lose
here.
Winter here. 2 DPS means you're gonna have a hard time killing anybody else, even as is, and that's really why you want that tank on.
Yeah.
You want that tank on, so it's easier to kill everybody else.
We'll see, because I mean,
We're getting
Kiriko
close to
can
that
do
first.
damage.
Yeah, Kiriko can do some good damage. We're trying to get that Widow off, and we're getting close to this first checkpoint.
we'll see how it works out. We do see Sigma gets back right before they manage to cap it on that first point. We'll see what the Widow is on high ground as well, which
Mhm.
she's Absent very low. So is Winter.
Able to disengage.
Absent does get demeched. The Widowmaker getting a kill on the Ana. Prune does get a kill on the Ana though.
Ana for Ana.
Prune getting a
Stubby Crane getting rid of. These trades are still going the way of CMU. This
Yeah.
should be a checkpoint conversion.
It's just the Sigma if they can get him gone in there. He is on will be first point for Colorado Mesa, capping that
Badger
point.
getting close to death. We still have a lot of map to go, but getting that first checkpoint is always really encouraging.
And 4 minutes on the clock is not a bad time at all.
No, it's not. Not at all. It's this hill. This hill is always considered one of the more annoying points. So having Colorado Mesa get up
Push
and
so
ahead of
far
it
up, yeah.
is really what they want to see.
And it looks like they are going to put 2 on cart just to try to get them past that point as quickly as possible.
Yeah, they really don't want to be stalled out here, but unfortunately, it's looking like they might be. However, there is a switch off of Sigma. Wall hacks online for Kansas. We'll see how much value that can get.
Yeah, Widow in general doesn't do a whole lot. I feel like unless you're on maybe an indoor map, which is the next segment of
It does a lot against somebody like a Sombra, preventing any sort
That's
of
true.
value out of it.
We do see
but
Kitsune go
the,
out, and it's a Diva nuke. That could
Diva
be a
nuke?
big nuke, possibly. Getting two,
getting the
getting
turret
the Widow.
and Widow.
the Winter,
And
Winter
just
does get,
forcing everybody back.
and that is
Forcing
gonna be a
everybody back.
team
Able
kill
to
for Kansas besides
get
the
a little bit more progress. I don't see how Kansas could stop the payload from getting second checkpoint here.
No, they're not going to be able
Yeah.
to.
So this
And that brings
getting
CMU 4
to
minutes
last
again.
checkpoint with getting second checkpoint with 4 minutes 30 is pretty good.
And
It would
it's
be
a-
considered near flawless if they could get it to the end with like 3 minutes 50 left on the clock.
Yeah.
That would be very difficult.
Yeah, I don't think that will be possible here, but we see Absent fighting this Ramatra here, going very low, having to back out. We just said Discord Orb going out. We haven't seen a lot from the Zen. We just said Souza going out to try to help Absent out there.
We haven't seen a lot of picks. Zen is
Yeah.
a healer that's really good at getting picks, which is
We did see
interesting.
Nano.
But we've seen a lot of Discord value.
That was Nano by the Ana on Kansas, I believe on that Ramatra.
Yeah, I
But
believe
that
on
did
the
not
Ramatra
get a lot of value.
Crane
However,
going
Crane does
down
go
early.
down here. A very nice pick on
We-
that Sojourn.
Yeah, we're off of the Widowmaker onto the Sojourn, trying to get some more value.
Which makes sense for this last point. This is a very close.
Yeah,
a lot
it's
more
a lot
close
more
quarters.
contested. It's not as easy to get an easy sightline.
Yeah. The only place you can really go is by that pool area, but even then, it's not the best
Absent
point. We
able
do
to-
see Trank going out. As-
Very early.
We do see. Well, it's Nanoblade.
Nanoblade.
Nanoblade goes out. Trank is stealing there to
To
contest
counter
that.
it, yeah.
Badger does get the pick on Torb though, but despite the Trank, we see the Ramatra ult go out, bringing Absent very low right now. Does manage to back
Absent
out
able to
Elise
get
right
out.
now. Perun in a lot more sketchy
Prune and
situation.
Winter very, very low.
It looks
Winter
like they
able to
still
get
managed
up
to
and
get
around.
out. I'm very impressed by CMU. We do see the Kitsune coming out from Crane. Badger gets
Everybody's
very
putting
low
everything
though.
they can into this fight.
Ramatra
The
does go
ante
down,
on the
but
Ramatra.
so-
Losing mech there is like losing a tank
That
We'll
will
see
be,
if we
yeah.
can get mech back
But
up
Absint's
faster
very
than...
close from getting mech back.
Yep.
She will be
All
back in mech
gotten
again.
some real good value
We
with
do
Diva's
still
pistol.
swap to Diva last minute.
Last minute, probably just to get out of the choke.
Spawn. But that's gonna
faster.
be
That
a
will be a
big
reset on the
disadvantage
thing.
though, with perks.
Yep, perks reset. I also think Diva's a little bit harder to contest with
You do
sometimes.
see Absent going out of mech already here. Prune getting a very nice pick on the Torbjorn. A lot of
gonna
CMU
try
is
and
very
keep
low here
Absent
though.
alive.
Winter does go down.
If Absent
Oh.
can remech, this is not a bad fight.
Prune also goes down here, so does Absent.
down.
Yeah.
That's gonna be that's gonna force them back.
That was just a
That's
really
still
hard
this
pull.
is still really good progress for Colorado Mesa. This is
Yeah.
kind of where Colorado Mesa is happy to be, just because even if they can't get the payload, they want to get the payload to this checkpoint. They have 2 minutes to do so. That's a very safe amount of time to give it a shot.
Even if they don't, that still means that
This is
Kansas is
still-
going to have to
yeah,
push the
they-
entire way.
Kansas still has to deal with that sort of hill choke we were talking about. It's
Yeah.
definitely the earlier parts of this map that make it kind of
Annoying.
annoying.
Yeah.
Because normally the earlier parts of a map like this are a little bit more
And Badger is going
defensive-sided.
to come up on ult right now.
Alt
now.
wall on high
We will
ground is a
see.
good spot to be. Instead,
He might loop around and ult in the back line. Does ult the Ana.
on it.
This poor
trying to
Ana.
hard dive her.
We do see. Oh my god!
What a
huge nuke.
Diva bomb! Both supports down.
As well as the Sojourn. Badger
Yeah.
does go down to the Diva, but I don't think that's going to matter that much. Maze does
May's
go down
gonna be
here.
able to nope,
That
no
was a
contest.
crazy Diva
good-
bomb
a
by
Diva bomb.
Absent.
We're gonna get some contests here at the end, but it'll
Kiriko
slowly
does try
just
to
be
touch.
filed in. Kansas' goal here is likely
We do see the Trank on
Transcendence.
point. That is going to
That
help a
could
lot.
actually allow some
We do
team
see
gather.
Tracer go down here.
Tracer down.
Kitsune coming out from
Kitsune.
Crane.
This should be Colorado Mesa's to win. Kansas's goal here is to force the
Kiriko goes
overtime.
down. It looks like Zen's going to go down as well.
Make
Both
sure
supports
that
are out,
if
but
they
so is
have any
Absent.
time on the clock while winning,
This is going to be a really tough fight.
close. We've already lost mech.
Diva does go down, but it's okay. Badger gets the mech out from. Ooh, there is a
The
very nice
Mayo.
freeze.
2 freezes.
Kansas, this is a lot of trades right
There's
now.
a lot of
It's
trades
just
going
Badger
on.
point,
Unfortunately,
though.
when it comes to a trade game, it goes to whoever has the spawn advantage.
That's
Gonna
a
be
gr-
Kansas.
It's a great job from Kansas coming back from that Diva nuke.
Mhm.
After that, huge
Yeah,
3K,
after
I really
so
thought
much
it was
value.
lost, but they just managed to hold
They're
it.
gonna Colorado Mesa's gonna have to hard dive here in the next 10 seconds.
And it looks like they are going to. I think Absent's gonna go in.
Absence
Does get walled off, but does manage to touch.
That's gonna isolate Absent a little bit, but she
We
has
will see a
bomb to
bomb.
get out.
We might see another big bomb.
Nope.
No, unfortunately not. We do see Diva's very low, possibly going out of
Able to
mech.
get
Here.
Diva
Diva does
down.
go out of mech. May is very low.
May
May does
able to
go
go
down.
down.
Winter
They
does die in
just-
the process, but it's okay. Zenyatta goes down. The Diva is out of mech right now, so they do not have a tank.
Yep.
Diva goes down. I think this will be capture for CMU if they manage
We've
to get
thought
this.
that a couple of
That is
times.
true.
It will be the capture for
Pulse
CMU.
does get eaten, and that will be capture for CMU, bringing a very nice defense matrix on that pulse
Yeah.
bomb.
But Kansas did get kind of what you have to go for there, which is to force the overtime.
Yeah.
By forcing the overtime, if Kansas gets to the end of the map, I believe if they still have time on the clock, do they just automatically win or
CMU will have a minute to push.
a minute? Right. Oh, right. That's for hybrid because then they only need 1 check on the thing.
Yeah.
They'll each gain a minute. And we'll try again. CMU
We'll
now
see.
gonna.
Yeah, on defense now. We'll see if we see that Sigma again from Absent.
Yeah.
It's a very classic defense. We might see the Widow from Badger. We haven't seen it yet, and Sojourn has been working, so we'll see if he wants to change that up.
I'm curious as to what tank
We are picking the
Kansas.
Sojourn. We're keeping a Diva as well.
We're keeping the
actually.
Diva.
I know Absent's not a huge fan of.
I'm
Sigma.
curious to see how Kansas wants to play this tank wise.
Yeah,
Because Ramatra is kind of clearly
he's not going to do great here.
VYP's pick, but Ramatra can't
He's not going to
get that extended
yeah.
value.
We just say, I don't know.
I We can see Kansas debating it.
Sigma.
Sigma,
Again, classic. It usually happens.
classic.
I know,
It can get some good value. It's a little bit harder on the offense.
yeah, and I know Absent is not a huge fan of Sigma. Doesn't like playing him, I should say. Which is why I just think they're not a Sigma fan either. But
Yep.
we see the Diva, and Diva's worked really well for them the last, 3
Yeah,
points.
it has been. It's been when Colorado Mesa has tried other tanks that they haven't won.
Yeah,
They won. They started winning some Flashpoint stuff when they switched over to Diva.
right.
They won map 2 with Diva. I think they're just wanting to stick with what they're strong with.
Yeah, and this team comp for them, they've run basically this comp. The only difference really is that Reaper occasionally, and has worked really well for them so far.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how it ends up working out here. We see Absent going off high ground to try to get some of this early poke damage and playing up close to Kansas, having to back out though due to the anti that the Ana's been annoying.
Yeah,
she's a great Ana.
Yeah, it's been a great job with those Annies.
Crane's very low there.
Crane's able to disengage.
Alfie does get the kill on Crane though. A very nice right click headshot. Diva is also very low here.
Here's where we start to see the problem with Diva. We've got this sort of poke thing going on. These are really long sight lines. There's a lot of danger here. Diva can't help her team as much there.
Yeah.
You could see what Absent was doing earlier in that fight was she was staying up front and she was just defense matrix out of a corner, forcing the enemy team to not have any projectiles.
We do see the anti-sleep there is gonna be. We do see Caesar go out helping with the anti-sleep. That is a very rough fight for Absent to take.
Yeah, Absent kind of has to play
Genji
on.
Genji is very low here. We do see the call for him, and Genji does go down. It's a very good pick from Colorado Mesa, managing to get some of that momentum back.
Absent getting low, but not enough to be mech.
We see Absent taking that cover to try to defend some of the shots off of her.
Absent is playing the Diva how you have to play the Diva here, where you just are trying to make sure that your team has the advantage in projectiles. Your team gets to put out the projectiles.
Soldier getting very low there. Fake Alfie. Absent as well, nearly getting out of, or at least losing all of her armor. I don't know if that's going to be a harm to her. We see a critical ult coming out from Crane, and Absent getting a pick on that Soldier in a very nice fight so far. So far we haven't seen any other picks yet, but Absent does go back on that classic bridge high ground as Kansas is pushing back, and they did not manage to cap first point despite getting very close to it. So that's a huge advantage for Colorado Mesa, as Kansas only has around 2 minutes left on the clock. We'll see what the next fights are going to be. We see Absent getting very low here, but both tanks are. We see Blade coming out from Winter, unfortunately getting nanoed in a very unfortunate spot. Does manage to live.
Stunned.
Gets stunned, but does manage to still live. Absent having to back out with 100
Absent has
HP.
bomb though, so
they do get the Ana. Winter does go down though. Sorry, I did not mean to cut you off there.
Good.
I prefer that trade. I would lose a DPS for a support.
Yep. It's not that bad. They're going to try and get back here, let them contest all the way at the checkpoint, get as close to a spawn advantage for Colorado Mesa as possible. Absent probably just going to sit here on top of payload, let herself
probably
get DMAC.
Use bomb, yeah.
Use bomb a little bit early.
Unfortunately, doesn't manage to get
anyone. Get any value, but still forces everybody off, and now we've got a full team fight. Yep. Everybody's here. Everybody's alive.
Again, we see a very nice anti, but does get Suzu pretty much immediately by Crane.
That was a great counter, Suzu.
We see Nano Blade
able to get into the back lane.
Yep, getting two. Ooh,
this should be the checkpoint for Kansas.
That's a very unfortunate team kill.
Still, a lot of time burned there.
3 minutes left on the clock is not a bad time at all.
It's not a bad time for either side. Yeah. Either side kind of likes that.
As long as they can hold that hill.
Yeah, this hill is kind of the next big thing. Can Colorado Mesa do something on this hill?
Yeah, we see Kansas is doing the same thing as CMU, pushing up very early here, just letting that cart get up for free.
You just don't want to be sitting on this hill. You don't want to be stuck on this hill. This hill is one of the most dangerous places on the map.
But we do see they're trying to take that fight
Colorado Mesa, trying to force them back down the hill, trying to gain the advantage of the hill early on.
You do see Kitsune coming out from Colorado Mesa.
Able to force them down the hill. This is what Colorado Mesa wants. They want them down the hill.
We'll see how the fight turns out. We have yet to get any kills yet, but Sigma is about half HP. Does have Flux, though. We might see that come out in a few seconds. Or he might just save it until the next fight. Diva gets very low there, but Nano does save her.
Able to get good
Sigma
value.
Does go down there, yep. Ana does go down.
Everybody back, and now we're just trying to go for the staggered kills, trying to force the wave-based kills. That is really good to force the separate wave. Very nice team
kill from Colorado Mesa. And it forces the cart back downhill, which is
exactly what you want. And now Badger on the Sojourn can sit here and peek down this hill.
We see the cute little Diva
so much value.
That high ground is just so oppressive to push into. It's so hard.
It's very oppressive. You can see even Kiriko getting some good value out of this long range.
Yeah, and we see Divanu going off, possibly getting somewhat. Not
No,
quite.
everybody able to take some good cover.
Yeah, that's okay.
I think it
It's still
might have
good
been.
zoning ult.
Yeah, it's good zoning.
Sigma's very low. Sigma does
Able
manage
to
to
get
kill Crane with Flux.
Genji
However,
with a
Genji
blade.
gets an amazing blade
Winter
from
doing
Winter
some
Storm.
good damage.
Great
trying to
job from
chase
Winter.
down
Possibly getting
the
the Sojourn.
Sojourn.
There we go.
With the support of some heals
Another
and
team
Absent,
kill.
able to get the support.
We do see a swap to Zarya. That's a very
Yep.
nice team kill from Winter.
We can see Absent and Winter are both at level 3. I think Badger's not far behind. Everybody's starting to get to level 3, so that swap to Zarya is
Yeah. And you know, I
maybe
feel like,
too little too late.
I feel like even with the Zarya last time, did not get a lot of value.
Absent was doing a
We
real
do see
good
swap-
job of ignoring
Genji
it.
goes down very early here. Yeah.
Just completely disengaging from it, and the team was doing a good job of not giving her charge so that she's not a big problem.
Yeah. We do see the Genji died very early in that fight there, causing Kansas backup, but Kansas does have the advantage with ults. They have basically 4 versus Colorado Mesa's 2 supports, maybe. And there's the Kitsune ult going out.
We also got
yep.
Railgun. Winter trying to get
He
in the
doesn't
face and
flash,
just
yeah.
deflect it. That would have been very
Ooh,
powerful.
Unfortunately, Winter does go down here.
Yep, just causes Winter to get isolated and go down.
We
are going to hit an early overtime here, which is kind of what Colorado Mesa doesn't mind seeing. It's
Lindsay
not a
is
problem for
very-
Kansas yet, unless Kansas gets off the payload,
If
making me
Absent
nervous.
can get
Everything.
this ult off, this could be huge
Yep,
for
just
them.
the zoning of it.
Yeah,
Putting it on the
There we
back
go.
of the payload here just
Kitsune
might.
does go out. No, I'm tweaking. No, Kitsune does go out from Crane.
Yep, Crane.
Overtime is still going on. Zarya Sojourn on this point.
It's whoever wins this fight.
They do
If
manage to get
Kansas
the
wins
on
it,
and
they can get
down.
the
That is a
checkpoint.
support down. So does the Sojourn.
It's just Zarya isolated on point.
Zarya and
Kiriko able to
Kiriko
teleport
does go
in,
down.
but
The Diva Mech bomb does go off, and that will be
Colorado Mesa.
the win
Cheers
for
of applause
Colorado
from
Mesa.
their teammates in gold.
Ooh, I don't know how you probably could. That was very loud. Everyone in the arena that was here to watch
Yep.
currently cheering. A great comeback from
Absent.
Colorado Mesa. We see the
This has
Absent
got to
player
be
of
the
game.
Absent bomb.
Yeah,
This has got to be the
player
3K
move.
bomb.
There we are.
Absolutely.
Great player of the game from
Kaboom.
Absent. Amazing comeback from Colorado Mesa. Amazing game from Kansas. Very close
Kansas.
the entire time.
Keep in mind, even after that Diva bomb, Kansas would
Came
go on
back.
to win that fight.
Yeah.
No, they didn't even just come back. They won that fight.
Right.
They forced the overtime and almost won that point. Colorado Mesa was at risk of not getting that checkpoint.
It's an amazing job from both teams. If you want to see more Overwatch content from us, we have videos up on YouTube or we stream every Tuesday. Valorants are usually on Wednesdays, some subject to change. Smash on Thursdays.
There will be a Valorant game tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
Yeah. And that will be today's stream. Thank you for watching.